All right, friends, let's get into the number 4 with our numerology. So, number 4 is considered the builder. And you've seen my other videos on the builder, but let's think about this in terms of your child. Your child has male dexterity, right? So, when they're 4, right, 3 into 4, by the time they're 4, they're building things, they're creating things, they're putting puzzles together. They're seeing what fits a lot. They like toys that allow them to do things and move things and create stuff, right? Whether it's baking or something, they're creating something. That's what they're doing in that stage. And they're also helping. So sometimes they might create something and bring it to you, right? They might make a puzzle and bring it to you. They might make a little house and bring it to you. So they're creating and they're sharing. This is the same energy with the builder. The builder is laying a foundation, creating and sharing high vibration. So the builder is disciplined, right? They have enough focus and ability to finish a project, right? Just like that child. That child might be able to finish this project. Sometimes the child can get distracted, leave that project and run off and do something else. That's the same thing with the 4 energy on what we consider the low vibration. They may have ideas that are great for building a project, but then they kind of might be a little lazy and might not see the project through. So they may have lots of projects started all over the place. And sometimes, depending on your child might have lots of puzzle pieces all over the place. They've started a project here, they've started one in the living room, they started one in the kitchen, they've started one in the next room. But then you have those children who are musically gifted, let's say that. So they've started piano lessons. And then you're like, wait a minute, they're 4 years old and they're doing really good. They want to do this every day. They work at it every day. They practice every day. 4 energy, building on a skill set, getting better at it, getting stronger at it. When you discover that something resonates with you. In astrology, remember 4 is the number of the home. So most of these building activities are seen with real estate. Side note. Now, the 4 has ability, know how they can get things done. The child has discovered they have the ability to create. And what do? They start creating. They like this. They start creating. The finished product is where we have the little fall off, right? Now, one good thing is they do have know-how, but the other bad is they can be a know-it-all. Have you ever had the kid who's playing with something and it's a square and they're trying to put it into a round circle and you're trying to say, no, that doesn't fit. And they're like, no, I know, right? Because they think they know it all. That's another trait associated with the 4 energy. So let's just apply that to those angel numbers, right? 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Either way, whether it's 2 4s, 3 4s, or 4 4. There is a difference between 2 4s, 3 4s, and 4 4s. But when you see the angel numbers, the first thing you could really start to imagine and bring into your thought is that, wait a minute, there's something that I need to be creating, maybe at home or something I need to make a plan about. So what happens when we get the 0 energy and we go from our 30s to our 40s? In our 40s, most of us are making a plan. Let's just say in the United States, what's typical? Home ownership or apartment ownership or some type of foundation. We want to make a plan to purchase it, to pay it off, to have a secure place to live, and how we're going to make sure we can do this for the rest of our days. That's normally the 4. If you're in a relationship, you're investing your money because you're trying to see, we need to start saving for retirements. Hopefully you start before your 40s, but let's just think it's in the 40s. Okay. for numerology. Let's keep it in the 40s for numerology. So in your 40s, it's a lot of foundation work. It's a lot of going to work and grinding in order to have this certain home life. That's normally what you see occurring. So what happens if you get with a person who has a 4 energy? A 4 energy, one is about the home, laying a foundation, making something stable, right? A 4 energy isn't about so much traveling, unless they have travel energy in other parts of their chart. They aren't about living in the RV necessarily. They're about living in an apartment, living in a house, living in the woods, living someplace stable, right? Versus a 5 energy who could live in the RV. So you got to look at the energy of the person and know that it doesn't make them a bad person, but just understand what type of energy they're dealing with so you can understand how that fits with what type of energy you're dealing with. Okay. All right. So that's the 4. What's next? The 5, the Freedom 5. See you guys soon.